Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. I'm going to start out the episode at Texas, followed by Richmond and Dover. Going to go 3 episodes at the 25% race, 4 times normal wear, and ultra multiple race stages. We're going to try that out, see whether 2 or 3 races is better for length. I know the last NASCAR episode was a bit cut off due to our little DNF there. However, we're still going to try a 3 race episode just to see what length it's like there, and then we'll kind of decide where we want our length to end up here. So we had a truck here at Texas during our hot seat races, and that was quite tough, but we'll have to see how we fare as we now have a full-time ride here in the truck series. Again, going to be looking at the tire wear, see what adjustments we can make to help the car out. Alright, it looks kind of loose, but we're tight on exit, so we cannot exit turn 4 well. But we have more heat in the rears, which is pointing towards a loose race car. But we're solving the lift throughout the corner quite a bit, and we're having a hard time getting off of turn 4 as well. So yikes. Harmon makes contact with us. What's our best lap around here? I wonder. Best lap is a 31.1, which would be good enough for the goal here in practice, but that's going to be hard to do here. Let me see what we can do for the setup. Come on. We're going to go back up there. One of the things we can do, we did not have grill tape changed at that point yet. We're going to try that. Let's see if that helps out at all.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
I don't know if the grill tape is really helping us have that much more speed, but certainly can't hurt. I didn't like how far we were down on the wedge there, so maybe it will work backwards of what it should. I doubt it. But maybe it will force me to stay off throttle through a more important part of the corner and maintain more speed. I'm not sure there's really a good way to set the car up for Texas at the moment, or the truck. I'm going to just use those interchangeably until we're out of the truck series, realistically. 32.8. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the partial throttle, but I think that's really going to be what I have to learn to do the most, and not get hit by other trucks. That also helps us run better laps. But to have more of that partial throttle time, where we're still kind of propelling the truck forward more than we would be if we were completely out of the gas. So see how this lap turns out. That feels terrible. I didn't want to shoot towards the outside wall. Still slow compared to the goal time. But I think this is a harder track in general. The right rear is still dying. So may need to time the car up some more, actually. So we've got some temp there. So we'll go down 5% on the tape. But I'll do a full fuel run, see where we end up. But that right rear is definitely wearing too much compared to the right front at the moment. I know that right front is going to die, but that's going to give us a snap of loose here, so I don't want that. So we just barely have the temperature gauge going off at us at the end of the front straightaway, and loose car off the corner is here. We'll have to be really careful for the rest of this little run here in practice to make sure I do not spin it. And yeah, because the feeling I get when it's starting to go loose is I lose the feeling of the tires beneath me, even when I'm pointing the wheel mostly straight, if that makes sense. Really, the tighter the car is, the more force feedback I'm going to get through the wheel. If it's loose, I'm getting less force feedback, less vibration through the wheels. So tag the apron there a little bit. Not doing too bad at controlling it right now. And like I said, it's different trying to feel the loose and tight feeling, especially at these paved tracks on a wheel compared to a controller like I'm used to racing on. So it's going to be a bit of a learning process here for a little bit. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. But we will we were going to be good on tires for the rest of that fuel run. So we're going to make some quick changes here. I know it's just going to drive really badly for the race, and we're just going to accept that. So going to go ahead, head to qualifying here. And we can always make a pit stop to change the wedge in the race. If the right front ends up just dying now, that we put some more wedge into it. But I think what I just did is going to be the best for the car overall, so we're not fighting the loose corner exit towards the other run, because that's very dangerous, as that wreck will have DNF'd the car in the race. So it's going to be at 32.1, puts us in 27th. So not too shabby there. Again, goal time is 25th now instead of 30th, which I'd forgotten about. But starting in 24th, so 3 pre-race penalties, and we'll take it. We just have to maintain track position. Which I think is going to be easier said than done. However, it can be done. So I'd like to get to the bottom here. Just going to go ahead, get to the bottom. We're not really giving up any spots on track by doing that. So we got into 3 and 4 a little hot there, but we're okay. And I probably could have gone up on the wedge even just a little bit more, because the truck dances quite a bit here at Texas, even as we get in traffic, and I'd already seen in qualifying that we were down to our right rear had dropped to a 98 before the right front had, showing me that the right rear is going to wear a little bit more there. So we've got a lot of contact going on there. Sheldon Creed nearly wrecks there along with us, but we both keep it going straight. He's going to be able to carry a lot of speed. I think he's usually a really fast car here in the series, and already could see the very loose exit off of turn 4 there. As the right rear is just dying, I can kind of start to feel that now as I'm driving. Learn what the different kind of how it feels to essentially lean on different parts of the car, because we're essentially leaning on the right rear to help steer us through the corner, and that's why it's dying so quickly. So it really doesn't look like we've helped out any more than we were in practice. I forget if we made any track bar adjustments here during our hot seat. I really don't remember. I suppose I should have watched that episode back a little bit, give myself an idea. Because if so, we're going to have to put quite a bit of wedge back in the car in order to help even this thing up. But we're going to be deathly loose at the end of this run. With that, so I swear if that DNFs my car, because I had no control over the car once again, I'm going to be majorly upset. Besides that, car's decent. I could also, let me go down some on the right front tire pressure to make it a little bit softer and more prone to wear. So we're in 31st here, and I'm really hoping. Okay, we did not have a DNF there. So, but we are massively slow. Dear Lord. Is the car okay? Please? Where is the speed? Because we are already over a second behind the cars we started right behind, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Hopefully we can catch back up to them.
5 to go, 5 to go.
Shorter stage here. So there's only 5 left to go. Car is definitely tighter. Having to stay off throttle a lot more. And the car is still showing signs of being loose. However, I don't think it's as bad. I think we also struggle off of turn 4 a little bit more because of that little tri-oval section there, where it kind of continues the corner a little bit more, so we're having to turn for a longer amount of time. I just kind of guessed there, but I could be playing into it a little bit as well. So 3 laps to go in the stage. And the right rear is going to start dying here soon. We still haven't made up any time to the cars in front. And I'm not sure what to do because I can't run any faster. The right rear is just going to die in the final stage no matter what we do, it appears, with the wedge. I'm just going to crank it up. To try to combat it. Doesn't seem to be dying as quickly. However, this is also a shorter run, so I can really feel it off of 4, how the car shakes.
You got 1 to go.
How much it's leaning on that. So, and really we're starting to lose off the 98% on the right front when the right rear was around 70, so not much difference there from what I could tell. So I'm just going to crank the wedge up just to try to save the right rear some. Down on the right front tire pressure. Try to make it just chew through the right front. Keep somewhat consistent tire wear.
Be ready.
Hopefully we fire off here a little bit better. Looks like we have.
Still there.
So maybe we can hold with the pat. We will have a pit stop to do here in the final stage. So we are 6 laps short on fuel and showing some more speed. However, we have had to tighten up the car a lot.
Still there.
And we'll have to see how that goes because we're having to lift a lot in the corners. So, especially when we have to enter on the bottom. We're in the middle, 3 wide.
Hang tight there, driver.
Should be falling right behind Harmon here.
Careful, still there.
Enter right down on the bottom. Harmon had to check up a little bit off the exit.
Good job. Still there.
But White has an excellent run there. Car's going straight, car's going straight, car's going
Still there.
straight. It didn't want to turn in that corner, so yeah, unless I can pull some sort of strategy, I'm not sure I really can. It's going to be a long race to the end. This car is really tight, especially through the center of the corner. But it's all to save the right rear so I don't actually kill the truck into the outside wall off of turn 4, where if that's going to happen, that is where it's going to happen. And I can't save 6 laps worth of fuel in 12 laps. That would be nearly impossible to do. And about the time I would start to try, there'd end up being a caution and it wouldn't matter anyways. So let's try our best. It's turning better now, but it's absolutely killing the right rear. I'm not sure when it started to go down there. I wasn't paying the most attention, but must have started to go down earlier because we're at about an 89 on the right front when the right rear was at 70, so making some progress there. But it's not okay to have 20% difference there either. So that's where we start to get in trouble, is when we've got these massive gaps between the two percentages. It forces the car to snap really funny, especially going through the debanking sections of the track, mainly on exit there. Only 10% separate them now. I suppose we could go right sides only. Try pull a little bit of strategy. We'd only need 1 can of fuel to make it to the end.
End to go.
And we could likely Yeah, we should be able to make it to the end on the left sides. I don't think we could go no... we might be able to go no tires. Just fuel? It would be close. It would be really close. Because it was an 18 lap run to the end. We just hit 50% as we were crossing the start finish line. And that was not, now it's not going to matter. So we continue to just wail on the wedge, wail on the right front, and we pray to God that it does not kill the right front instead. Because then we're going to run into the exact same problem as before and have it turn even worse.
5 to go, 5 to go. Still there.
And the corners. However, this is what I must do to preserve the right rear tire.
Still there.
As you can see, once we hit the center of the corner, it does not like to turn at all. So I was off throttle forever there. See how many laps to go do we have? 4 this time? 4 laps to go this time. And that was a terrible idea. It was not turning. I probably could have done more wheel input, but felt like it was going to slap the point or slap up the track at that point. So like someone just stole our engine or something, because we don't have speed and I cannot turn the car to save my life. It's going, but at least the right sides are wearing evenly at this point. I'll have to see if that stays true here. 2 laps to go here. Keeping an eye on those right sides. The right rear does drop to 97 first, but the right front is dropping with it. So we finally fixed the wear problem. So hopefully we shouldn't be snapping loose on corner exit anymore. However, we're still in trouble because the car won't turn this way. So it's getting better, but I have a ton of off throttle time that should not be there. So bring it home in last, but we had no speed there. So we'll move on to Richmond, do some practice there, and head to that race. Never mind. We are going to do a dirt race first. So we have a little bit of work to do here on the dirt side of things as we prepare the cars here. Got one last person to assign. We'll start the work. jump straight to qualifying, and we'll head to the race.
Go, go, go.
Alrighty, back on dirt. We'll see if we remember how to drive this, as it's been a little bit, and we've run quite a few laps on the pavement since we were last on dirt. However, again, we're just kind of running these dirt races for the money at this point.
All right, qualifying's over. Good job.
If the dirt races are kind of taken away from the overall video with us being in trucks now, I can go ahead and simulate these.
Let's go.
And it would save us a little bit of time, and we'd still get some money there. So
Use it if you need it. Clear high, bud. Inside. Load
but
clear.
if you enjoy watching the dirt, watching me
5 to go. 5
struggle to
go.
switch
All
between
right. Farther on the inside.
dirt and
Inside.
the dirt and the paved, that's alright as well, as I forgot to
Clear high.
turn off the stages. However, these are fairly long, as we are still on the 25%
Bottom free.
races, so I think it'll be alright. But likely it's going to help us out a little bit, as we have put ourselves up towards the front here,
2 laps to go.
and we'll get some. I believe there's still going to be stage points, so that could help us out for a championship run.
White flag. Bring it home.
We're going to,
Inside.
let's see here.
Got one down low now. Top 5 that stage. That'll
Fourth
get the
in
job
stage
done, driver.
1 gets us 7 points, and no need to pit at all in the dirt series unless
We're going green.
we have a lot of damage or something like that. I'm going to dive to the bottom here, just right quick. Use that engine to our advantage, and now I'm just going kind of log laps. I'll probably just jump through these next few laps, and if anything is interesting, I will
5 laps to go.
bring everyone back to reality. For now, we're just going to log laps. Everyone back to reality. For now, we're just going to log laps.
Took that stage. Great job.
First in stage 2, and now we just need to jump to the end of the race, so not put in here, and we'll hopefully just see you at the end of the race. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens, and we'll hopefully just see you at the end of the race. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens. Alrighty, so was able to get done there at Drebin, got first there, and now we will move on to Richmond here on the trucks. I'm going to skip past the contracts there, and we'll have 56 laps once we head to the race, but those should go by pretty quickly. But yeah, will likely end up being a little bit longer of an episode. Let's go ahead and make our usual changes here. Just in general, that's what we're going to want. Let's see what sort of lap time we can produce here at Richmond. So 21 seems really, really low here, even with it being a short track. But I guess we'll see.
Car on the outside now.
We'll have to somewhat learn how to use the brakes here in a NASCAR game. So they do not handle the same as like the F1 game. As you can see, the truck kind of almost does a shudder when we got on the brakes here. In NASCAR, so I don't know if it's just that we needed to brake a little bit earlier or what. Give it a bit better an angle. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try applying a bit more pressure. But I feel like we're being hard on tires. I don't know if that squealing sound is necessarily normal or not, but it's not something I see out of the AI at all, so I'm not really sure if it's normal or not. So tires seem to be wearing fairly evenly here, so I'll just run to the end of this fuel run for some practice, and
Hold your line. Got one down low now.
see if I can't figure out this braking. That's more than anything what it's going to come down to, I think. Just figuring out how to get into these corners without losing a ton of time. Suppose if I lift earlier, it's going to force me to get on the brakes less. However, I'm not sure why my laptop's popping up as available to play on, but whatever. It's currently sitting on the other side of my room, closed, so it's being a little finicky there. Maybe it was shutting down or something. I don't know. Don't care. Actually, it looks like we could loosen up, or not loosen up, sorry, tighten up the truck a little bit. Granted, some of that wear is going to be coming from the fact that we do have a lot of acceleration points around this track. However, the left rear is not experiencing that same trauma. So I think we need to change some brake bias. As you can see, it starting to snap loose as we're under braking. So I believe that means we need to increase the brake bias, and should also probably go up on the wedge a little bit as well.
Got one down low now.
Let's see, how many laps? This is my 13th lap with this fuel run. So we have, what is that, about?
Got a car low now.
We have about 23 laps of fuel in the car. So tires are going to be more than enough here. For the fuel that we have in the car. So I'm going to try to do a practice run in the pit road. I should probably try to do that on every track just in case we do end up getting into the point where we need to do that in a race. However, I did not see any issue with the grill tape. And maybe should have looked at that a little bit more. But we're going to make some changes. And I'll probably jump back out for just a little bit there. Let's go up there. But you know what? The engine's not running for nearly as long here, so we can probably go up on the grill tape as well. And see where that puts us in terms of handling. It's still shuddering. Oh, as we nearly just killed a car, or a truck I should say. Maybe we need to go the other way. I may have to run some extra laps here. See where we need to go.
Hold your line, got one outside.
For the brake bias. So I'm not sure at the moment.
Car there on the inside.
I mean, it's not bad. I just can't hit the bottom of the track. So, one of the trucks just went on two wheels there, up in front of us. Not sure how that works. I think the truck is going to fire off tight, but slowly loosening up as we get some laps underneath us here. So now I'm just looking for
Got a car high now.
A little bit information on what tire wear is going to be like
You're outside.
with those adjustments. So I drove it down, and they're a little too deep in 1 and 2.
Car outside. Hold your line. 3 wide now.
See here, I'm just looking.
Got a car high now. Tops free. Use it if you need it.
I got the gas too early there. 98. Still gotta remind myself that truck is very tight.
Car high.
I'm also not paying attention to brake point as much as I should be here.
Hard from the outside. Outside.
Really just kind of want to see when
Got one inside.
that right front's going to drop to like a 97. So once it drops to 97, that's when it's going to start wearing down like the other tires. That's when they seem to start their little process of fall off.
Got a car low now. All right, you're clear. That was a great lap. Hold your line. Got one outside. 3 wide. Bottom's clear.
So we just got split 3 wide apparently. I'm going to call that good enough. I know it's not great or perfect, but this is also going to be a long race, so I'm going to try to get on it here. A 22.4 is what we need for 25th. I fully expect to qualify in last place. I don't think we're very fast at all.
This one counts.
So we got the car slowed down well there. See if we can do it again. Let's see what this lap time is. Felt decent. 30 or 22.1 puts us really close to our best lap. Puts us in 30th. We have 2 laps to make up in the race, and I can't complain there. So
Alright, be smart out here.
we'll give it our best. We've got
Ready.
50 some laps here at Richmond,
Outside.
which go by quicker than you would think. However, it's still going to be a long race. 21 laps of fuel,
Hold your line. Got one
and
inside.
we're
Inside.
already dying into the outside wall.
Looking inside now.
And 16 laps in this first stage, so we've got a little bit to try and make up some spots, really learn the braking points without that little practice line that we had in practice. Really, we did pretty well in practice for not having those, but obviously those kind of get messed up as we start racing around some other trucks. So hard to kind of look for, or I even just go off of what I hear in the RPMs of the engine. If we can get in a rhythm, can listen for where the RPMs are at in the engine and use that as a metric for braking. So still a little bit off in 3 and 4. Cars are just pulling away from us currently, and there's not much that I can do. So just gonna go straight here. Kept it off the wall, but 23.2 is not that bad of a lap for me, really. So I don't know what else I can really do, because I'm running good laps for me, but everyone else is so much faster. We're in danger of going a lap down here in this first stage, from the looks of it. I mean, we're not even halfway through, and the leader is 17 seconds ahead of us, and they're running probably 20-second laps, so about 3 seconds behind me. There's no way I don't go a lap down, unless I can defend insanely well, but I don't see that happening. This is likely going to be the shortest stage. So what are we going to do in the last stage? I don't know. But we have absolutely no straight line speed, and it's killing us. We don't have much corner speed either. But when you compare it to how much speed they have in the straightaways, it's really, really bad. So, going to try to fight here as long as we can, but he's just going to go to the outside, and there's no way I can take a corner that quickly. There's just, the car does not turn. If I try to do that, let's just try to run as fast as they do. Yep, straight into the wall. So, but I can't. My right rear is already burning up, so I can't run more loose. That doesn't work. Because otherwise the right rear is just going to die in 2 laps.
Got a car low now.
So I don't know what to do. Hope for a big wreck and have a bunch of DNFs. I don't know. Absolutely murdered the right rear until I can turn good laps. Guess that's a possibility. We're going to die into the wall though. That's my guess. Last lap in the stage for us, because we're a lap down.
Alright, you're clear. Hold your line. Got one inside.
But I don't feel like there's a great answer here.
Got a car
The
low now.
car is just bad. So we should get back on the lead lap with the free pass here with the caution. Getting all the tires. I'm going to try just loosening the car up. That's going to kill the right rear, but we're going to do our best here. Get the free pass. We're back in the lead lap.
Coming to the green. Almost ready.
And I guess I just better be ready to save the car when it inevitably just
Got one inside.
still doesn't turn and we're loose off. Oh my word.
You're all clear on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't... Hey, we could finally corner there. But the right rear is going to absolutely die.
Still there.
All
the way to the wall. Inside.
I'm just waiting to see how long it takes for the right rear to die. It can only be a matter of time, I think. Oh boy. I really don't know what to do. That was just a bad corner. Let's just see how much time we are losing. I gained a little bit there, but I overdrove the corner. So we'll see in one lap how much time we lose. Starting this next lap. I'm not going to pay attention to the time right away, but I'll just try to run a clean lap and see how much time we lose. Then we can do the same thing with the leader. Well, I lose at least a second, if not a second and a half. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with that. I mean, it looks like Tyler Ancrum's got a problem by it. We didn't pass anybody. Okay then. Now we're in front of him, but his lap counter is off for whatever reason. Now we're running a little bit better. We haven't really lost any time to the cars in front. That's weird. Okay, we are absolutely cranking on the wedge from here on out, because it actually did not kill the right rear like it was supposed to. And I have not fought loose off. We have 2 DNFs? If they keep dropping like this, we may have a chance. Granted, the leaders are right behind us, but still. Oh, the car is starting to get loose under braking.
Got a car low now.
His Grant Enfinger is absolutely crushing everyone. I just hope he doesn't get to the back of the pack before the end of the stage.
Hold your line.
Because,
Got one up top.
otherwise that means we do not get the free pass.
You got
So,
room. You're clear. Keep it steady, driver.
please don't catch those guys up there. That would be appreciated. Decker is on fresh tires,
All clear.
but we still are up a lap on Miss Natalie Decker. Car didn't want to turn there. Oh, I don't know if we're going to make it to the... We may be in trouble. I think we're going to get pinned a lap down. We'll have to see here, but... Grant Enfinger may pass a lap car before the end of the stage. In which case I'm screwed, because I'm going to be no longer the first car one lap down,
Got one down low now.
and meaning we don't get the free pass, which means we won't be on the lead lap.
Nice drive,
So
driver.
I may be screwed, but we'll see. Oh, we are the first car one lap down. Thank goodness. Oh, come on. I pulled an uh-oh.
Be ready here.
Let me pit. Because I don't think we pitted. I think it just... Yep, we did not pit. But did I break the game? Because everyone else is going slow. So, make the adjustments as we need to. I can't tell if everyone else is just going slow or... Well, we'll have to see here. I take it back, they're going fast. So already one lap down.
Clear up the pit. Hammer down.
And likely go 2 laps down. Because we are already another half lap down. Hey, the car actually finally turns. So 18 laps to go. Our only other hope is that their tires wear out super quickly. In which case, we can go to the end and they cannot. However, I do not anticipate that happening. And I still don't think we're going to make up 2 laps, because that's eventually going to be how many laps we are down by. Or we're just down 1 and have a caution come out for us. Pitting, more adjustments to the car, make it turn. I do not care at what cost. We make it turn. We are making it turn. So, actually I should be going the other way. We will stop this when it brings... We'll stop it there. Get the free pass. That was kind of accidental. But hopefully we can stick with this pack now. We shall see.
Still there.
And we'll see if this is any more of a dumpster fire than it already has been.
Still there.
Or if we're super loose off or anything like that.
Inside. Are they on your outside?
I don't know how, but it's still tight.
10 to go.
10 laps to go. It's driving better for sure, but we still have no speed. And it still doesn't turn, so it's turning better, it just still doesn't turn. So, it's our best lap all weekend right there. Yeah, that's the best lap I've ever put down here at this track, at least in this game. 8 laps to go. We still have no chance at making this work. I think I'd have to put the right front at like 10 psi. Basically as low as it could go in order be able to pull anything off. But yeah, it's loose off this way, but we are running better, not great, better. May not get lapped during this little run. Hopefully, that's a possibility. We'll see how long until we get the right front down to a 9 right there. Not too shabby. Oh, we are super loose.
Time to go, driver.
Coming off that corner. But we're keeping somewhat of a touch on the drivers in front of us. We tagged the wall there a little bit. Granted, we're on fresher tires. Oh boy. DNF. That was expected. Honestly, with how much I wailed on that car, that was expected. So, what was the next track after this? We did not have a really good finish. I don't know why you're telling me this. But okay. Next track is Dover, so we're going to have another fight ahead of us. If it's anything like the car we had at Richmond, we're going to have an absolute struggle. Go ahead and make the usual adjustments. I'm going to preemptively go up on the track bars to help the car turn. Up on the grill tape to the 65%. Down on the wedge to 49.5. Save it. Runs of qualifying.
You're clear on pit road.
Keep an eye on all the things as we head here to Dover. Honestly, it's going to drive somewhat similarly to Richmond. I can already feel that's going to get loose. So loose. Later in the run. We're going to have to run that middle lane, I think, in order to not die. If we can run decent in this setup. Car does turn, but I think it's going to turn a little too well. May need to go back on those track bar adjustments just a little bit. I don't know why it's available for streaming. I don't know why. But that's not the concern here. Laptop's literally across my room, but I don't know. That's alright. We were within 16 thousandths of a second that lap, and we hit the wall. I'm going to see if these tires are going to wear like I think they are. I can about guarantee they're going to wear like I think they are. However, we'll try to make a fuel run here, and then we'll jump into qualifying. Oh boy, that's going to be a handful at the end of our fuel run. But I think if we can not spin it, we will be okay.
Got a car low now.
Got a car with Chastain. Yeah, he's going to have much more speed than we are. Continue to go about this fuel run. Tires honestly aren't that far apart from each other either, so just dealing with some tire wear there, I think. So we've got cars trucked up from that truck that went into the wall.
Clear high, clear high.
Get back past Chastain.
Car high, careful. All
And
clear. Top spray, use it if you need it.
see here.
Car outside, hold your line. Car,
Obviously,
you're clear.
those tire
Car
percentages
outside, hold your line.
aren't great. However, what I thought was going to happen has not happened yet. So, we may be okay. But I don't think we're out of the clear yet. There's still 8 laps of fuel left in the run. And I think I can feel it happening. So, oh yeah. Car is loosening up. I think my best bet to solve that is actually going to be through the sway bars. I think that's going to help me balance the car out a little bit more overall. We'll lower those sway bars a little bit as I'd put them up a full inch. Probably don't need them up a full inch, but I do like how the car feels in general. We had a massive slide there, and that's why I'm worried about as these tires wear, as we're going to have giant slides that we're going to have to pull out of and get out of the gas, exiting the corner in order to keep it going.
Still there.
Guess it's not going to be terrible for me to learn how to do that, but it is a little bit. From here on out, I do not have any more recorded content. I ran out of storage on the computer because I was not aware that I was running low on storage. So the rest of the race got cut out there. So for qualifying, went out and qualified in 22nd. Was feeling pretty good for the race. Stage 1 started out with 10 laps, and first time through turn 2 off the exit, I smacked the wall, nearly wrecked the car right from there, but we saved it. Drove back through the field, and we finished stage 1 in 28th. Then going into stage 2, had another 10 laps, drove the field some more, and ended up finishing in 26th in that stage. Had some tough battles going on there, and don't think we had the best restart that time either. Then for the third stage, we had 26 laps in the stage, and about halfway through, one of the cars we were battling with just in front of us, we just got done battling with them, blew a tire and caused a wreck. Got caught up in it a little bit before the caution came out. But everyone pitted, we pitted, fixed our damage, and it put us back into 30th from there on out. So we had 16 laps to go in the race, which was the length of fuel that we could run. Actually, it was a little bit less than that by the time we had pit stops and all that. But then I believe the AI only took 2 tires, so we were much faster than them there, and we were able to drive back up through the field, and we ended up finishing in 20th place. So ultimately a good finishing spot for us there. So I know it kind of breaks up the end of the 3rd race in this recording. That was kind of the plan, but wasn't able to make it quite happen there. We'll try it maybe another time. You'll have to let me know if you like this longer format. I was guessing I was going to have right around 2 hours of content to go through and edit down, but only ended up being about an hour and 20 that I had captured. So anyways, let me know how you guys enjoyed this episode. Obviously it's not the best since I had to record this after the fact, but it's alright. Let me know if you think you're going to like the 3 race episode with 25% or the 2 race at 25% races. I definitely like the 25% races quite a lot. As for good flow of the race, but if you think you guys are going to like the 3 race format, we'll obviously give you another example that does not include this extra talking at the end of just me. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed, even with this odd formatting at the end. But have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.